Adobe Illustrator tutorial. Hi guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you a small overview on Illustrator and I'm going to be telling you how you can use it. So let's get into it. So as you can see, I've opened up, and it will depend on what type of version you have because some of the features might not be available. Some features might be available on older ones, not available on the newer ones. Some are available on the new ones and not on the other ones. So currently I'm using and running the 2025 version. I think it's a 25. I think it's a version number 29. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's version 29.5.1. So just wanted to let you guys know. So first things first, what we need to do is we need to go ahead and, create a file. So here we have some presets, like a letter, a postcard, common, whatever you want. Here on the left hand side, you have new file option. You can click on new file. It'll open up this section over here. And here you can go ahead and select what type of option you want. At the top, you've got film and video, art and Illustrator, social, branding, print, web, mobile, saved, all those options, right? So go ahead and select whichever one you want. Here you can increase and decrease the width and height. You have your points over here. You can switch it to pixels as well. You have top, bottom, left, all of those options. You even have color mode. So you can go ahead and change it to whatever color mode you want. Here you can see is different from the color space defined by the document. So you can go ahead and select whichever one you want. So this one is over here. This one is this one. The web large is going to be the RGB one. Better to stick to whatever it is, recommending. So go with the paper, and here you have the raster effect. So, and here you also have the default view as well. So you can go ahead and select whichever option you want. So I think I'm going to go with a web option. If we can find it over here in the web option over here, web large, web normal, all these different options available. So you can go ahead and select whichever option you want. So we'll go with web large, and then here we can increase the height and width. So also over here, we'll change the width and height as well. So for width, I'm going to go with, simply going to flip this. So we're going to go with 1080. And for the height one, we'll go with 1350 pixels. Yeah, there we go. And then here we have the orientation. I'm going to keep it like the portrait. And for this one, we'll go with RGB because CMYK is a little bit less saturated. RGB is a little bit more saturated, vibrant colors, all that. So we're going to go with that one. Raster effect, we'll go with a high 300 ppi, pixels per inches. And yeah, I think this looks good. And then we'll hit the create button. You can also go ahead and, type in a name you want, but we'll go with this one. Click on create. And here we go. So here we have a pretty nice little preview over here of our, paper or web. So let's go ahead. So here you can see we have all these different effects. And to get started, you can go ahead and pull up and click on the windows at the top. And then here you have all these different options. Here you also have the toolbar options. Here you have getting started ones. You can also switch to advanced ones. It'll give you some more options over here, some more options over here. So you can see right here. So go ahead and select whichever one you want. You can also save one as well. Like you can go ahead and click on new toolbar and create your own toolbar as well. This is the basic one. So go ahead and select whichever you're most comfortable with. We'll keep the advanced one as of right now. So yeah, I think this looks good. So first, let's go ahead and, draw something. So first we'll go with a shape or a text tool. So to do that, we'll just type in or press the T button. It'll switch over to the text tool over here on the left hand side. Then we'll just hit it. And then here we'll just type in whatever we want. And there we go. It'll also give you this little pop-up or preview where you can go ahead and increase the size of it. So right now we're at 12 points. So we can go ahead and switch over and go over like 60, or for that, we need to double click and select the text in itself and then switch or click over here and then type in the size you want. You have your fonts over here as well. You can go ahead and, type in the fonts you want. So if you have a Creative Cloud subscription, you can go ahead and just select the typography and, all the fonts are going to be available to you. And also, if you don't want to click over here, you can just simply click on the left-hand side. You can also increase the size by just simply selecting the select tool, which is shortcut for V. And then you can just pull it up over here and, increase the size from here. And then here on the right-hand side, of course, you can find all of the fonts that you would possibly need. So here we've got all these different options. It's a pretty cool font over here. If I have it, I'll show you, but it's a variable font. So you got to make sure that you have a variable font. Otherwise it might not work, but I don't think I have it. But yeah, we'll just go ahead and select the font that you like and then can move on. So next, course, you can go ahead and increase the size from there. So next, what I would like to do, the select tool, and then, so I think this is okay, but let's go ahead and add like a background. So over here on the left hand side, you'll find this tool right here called rectangle. Shortcut is going to be M. So just drag and drop like that, put it like that. And then here we change the color to whichever color you want. You go with the pink color, way too bright, a little bit lighter color. Yeah, I think that looks much better. So there you go. You can also click over here, Gen Fill. So you can go ahead and use the AI to make whatever you want, but I think this is okay. So what I would recommend you do next is select the, select tool, press V, and then actually zoom out or scroll down and make it a little bit bigger than the entire canvas. Then you hit the right click, and then over here, click on arrange, and then just click on send to backwards. There you go. Now you have a pretty cool little background as well. So also another cool tip is just make sure you lock everything. So for that, just simply, select everything. So I think the shortcut for this one is Command +2. By pressing Command or Control 2, if you're on Mac, you'll have to press Command. If you're on Windows, just press Control, and now it's locked. Another way you can do this is by just simply right clicking. So what we're doing is we're just simply creating a little canvas or like a showcase for all the shapes that we can add. So let me go ahead and actually click over here, undo lock, and for this one, just type in shapes. There we go. And then we'll right click and select everything, and then click the object and lock all artwork above. There we go. So now it's locked. And next, what we can do is we can add some more shapes. So to do that, come over here onto the left hand side. So you'll find shapes over here, right? You can see on the rectangle. So if you hold it, like keep clicking it, and you will find all these different shapes that are available. So we got star, we've got rounded, rectangle, ellipse tool, polygon, all of them. So to create the shape, we just simply drag and drop, and we have a shape. Then we just simply move it around here. We can also change the color by just simply clicking over here and double clicking, and then just simply selecting the color. Boom, see right there. So that is not a good color, so we'll go with something purple. Yeah, like that. And also if you click over here, you can see this is the star properties. And also if you come over here at the top, you click on effect, you will have distort and transform. You can go ahead and transform it whatever you want. You can add like a zigzag effect, twist, tweak, transform, whatever. So this would look much better if we had, a circle. So another way to draw, shapes is by pressing the shift button, and we're actually selecting the ellipse, or we can, move it like this one. We'll have all of the shapes right here if you want. But yeah, hold it, and I think we'll go with the ellipse tool, and we can now create like a circle. There you go. And then for this one, if you click the effects tool, go into distort and transform, you can go ahead and click on zigzag, increase the size over here. Let me come over here. You can see like that, 5 pixels over there. You've got more, points. And then over here, ridges per segment, you can create like more ridges like that. You can go with corner, smooth, whatever you want. So this looks pretty good. We can go with, increase the size like that. But I think like somewhere in between, like 20, like this one looks good. So there you go. So now we can create a bunch of shapes. Another cool shape that you can create is the arch. So for example, if we select the circle tool, we'll create like a circle like so. Then we select the direct select tool, and then we select the path down here, and then we hit the delete button. The path is now deleted. And then what we can do is, there are pretty cool ways, like you can then create like a square. So for example, like a rectangle tool, and you have to make sure that the size of them is exactly the same. And then you basically connect these two like that. Boom, you have like yourself an arch. Not most effective, but it gets the job done like that. You can't really tell, and then you lock it in place. Another cool way is if you delete that, then you hit the pen tool, which is shortcut is P, and then you basically just create like a whole anchor like that. Also, if you press the shift button, it'll make sure that the line is straight, because if you can see right here, it's not straight, but if I press the shift button, boom, it now snaps back into place. So then you just simply draw it, and boom, this is a little bit better. But yeah, so then we can just hit the V shape, and boom, now we have like a cool little arch that you wanted. And yeah, there you go. So pretty cool. This is a pretty simple tutorial on how you can create shapes in Adobe Illustrator. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, take care and goodbye.